Hey everybody, Science Fiction Reads here with another video of books I have in storage. So these are all from a shelf in a spare bedroom, and I just have no room for them right now. Certainly not to display anyways. Some of these I've read, but not many. And they've just been picked up from various book hauls over the years. Despite having no more room for books, I can't stop buying them. So lots of these came from like Facebook Marketplace or similar sites. If I see a box of sci-fi for, under 50 bucks, I'll consider it. There's one I have read, classic. Gene Wolfe, there's a few of his here. Classic series I need to get to. James Blish, I think I did buy this in a bookstore for 30 cents. A bookstore that has since gone out of business. I think COVID pretty much killed that bookstore. But I did walk in as they were going out of business and asked how much for the entire science fiction fantasy aisle. And they said make an offer, and I said 50 bucks, and she accepted. So I took her entire inventory home in the back seat of my two-door Honda Civic. I wish I had a channel at the time because that was an epic haul. Well, that's not really science fiction, but it is a classic I want to read. And there's the other Gene Wolfe. Christopher Stasheff. I have a few of his books, but I haven't read anything by him yet. Excellent cover art. I don't remember this, but I did read it. I mean, I would buy that for the cover art alone. I probably did. Neil Stevenson, I've read a few of his. Charles Stross. Actually, I'm going to set that aside. I've been meaning to check him out. This is a series that sounded interesting, though I haven't read it yet. And at this point, I don't remember what it's about, but it did sound interesting. There's another Christopher Stasheff. I would guess it's science fantasy. Actually, God, these look good. I might set those aside as well. Looks like a novella by Silverberg. There's some James Blish. I actually just found a hardcover of this from the 50s. Oh no, sorry, it was a... Oh no, it was that one, yeah. More Gene Wolfe. And something recommended to me by a stranger in a bookstore years ago. I believe this is a group of kids playing an online video game that they're sucked into, maybe? Virtual reality at any rate. Moving on to this next pile. Another classic author I've read nothing by. I don't even remember where this came from, but awesome cover art. that's an anthology. I'll probably keep that in the anthology pile, which I'll get to. Oh, there's another anthology. Here's an ancient little book. (1966). Not as old as I would have guessed. The Mote in God's Eye. This is one a lot of people praise, but I've tried it twice. I need to give it a proper try, though. It's been years. I think that's the first science fiction book I ever bought online. Long before I really took off with an obsession. Bob Shaw, I've read a few of his. This must have fallen out of a book. Oh, I literally own one of those. Oh, that's so cool. Moving on, we've got a huge stack here. Some Paul Anderson. I've read so little of his stuff, but if you've seen my previous video, I've got a lot of his stuff in hardcover. I've also got a few paperbacks here. Another classic I've never read. Here's a cool series. I haven't read any Michael Moorcock, but I'm just now seeing the covers actually do line up. That's neat. Joanna Russ, I think I've read one. Did she write For Those Who Are About To? Because I read that and was not really taken with it, but there's a lot of randoms in these, which kind of tells you why they're not on my main shelves. There's another Christopher Stashev. Damon Knight. I've read some of his short stories, which are awesome. Salem's Lot. Keith Laumer, not his best work. Classics, haven't read. This is from a really good series, but I can't remember the name of the first two books. I've read them, I haven't read this. One more pile before we get to my massive Heinlein collection. These are pretty much all anthologies. Edited by Le Guin, that's cool. I didn't actually notice that. And then I've got a bunch of these Terry Carr books. the final two piles. I hate that I keep saying this, but this is another author I have not read because I think he's kind of polarizing with his somewhat dated writing, but that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I can look past it. I just haven't got around to them yet. These I got in a huge lot of books, which was a third of it was Heinlein, a third of it was Clark, and a third of it was Asimov. And I paid $30 for probably 120 bucks. A lot of great old editions here. And the last pile. And that pretty much wraps it up. I do have another box with even more books I have no room for, and it will be interesting to go through that because it's been a while since I've been in it, but I don't have the energy to dig that up anytime soon in the back of a crowded closet. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.